Give me a break. I wrote a whole goddamn paragraph, you guys. Sorry that I screwed up a couple words. Disgusting. Mari Crombo Weebs. My name is Cole. His name is Mike. His name is Jay. We like anime, and this is episode 198 of AniPro. And on this week's episode, we're going to take a look at some jobs that assassins might be good at. And I bet you're thinking, why are you doing that? Why are you discussing that? Well, it has to do with the manga that we're reviewing in the second half, and that manga is Kindergarten Wars. So look forward to that in the second half.
You'll get why when we get to
you'll get it. You'll get it. Well, you read it. You also read it, listener. Unlike one of us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Or you didn't, and you're just stumbling upon this now. In which case, welcome. Hi.
Hi. Why don't you leave a like, subscribe, all of that stuff. We're on YouTube, so we got to get that out of the way. Now that all of the housekeeping and all of that gobbledygook is out of the way. Gentlemen, I turn to you both. Dramatically, in a chair, I'm stroking a cat on my lap, and I say, Mike,
Dr. Evil?
What's up? Yeah, Mike.
You're Dr.
Mike, how's
Evil.
it going? How's it going, Mike?
Wow, I'm just going good this week. Boy, not much on my mind this week, though, other than I've been kind of reading manga lately, which is kind of nice. I've had an opportunity to read some manga. I couldn't tell you. Oh, yeah, I caught up on Dawn to Dawn, Chainsaw Man, and some others, you know. And then it's just been, things are slowing down in the life of Mike, so it's a good time. It's a good time. I'm starting to catch up on some seasonal stuff lately. Like I watched quite a few episodes of Ruri Rocks the other day. It's very good. It's very wholesome, continues to be very nice. It's still gorgeous. Like, so if you haven't checked it out and you want like nice, mostly wholesome show with the thickest possible waifu that is somehow like not, you would think she'd be much more looted than she is, but like it's really quite a wholesome show, other than
Mike's,
just like the characters happen to be impossibly thick. Mike's
been trying to find like lewd material and he just can't.
Oh, I'm sure it exists. I'm sure it's big out there. Actually, no, you know what? It exists, and the author drew it themselves, actually. Because I saw on Twitter, like when I was watching the show, it was like, oh, here's like this new thing. What do they call it when like they celebrate a chapter or like a milestone? They'll put it like a new drawing, you know, like what manga artists will do. And it was like, congratulations on selling 125 volumes this week. Here's a drawing of the main character in a bikini, and it's like, well,
all right,
know what you're selling. You know what you're doing, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for that. I'm not watching really anything, so
no.
That's I'm really far behind. Like even on the stuff like, And like next week, what is it? Next week's our draft.
Yeah, we're
gonna our preview. The week after is our awards.
Is the awards? Yeah. So I gotta get on.
Well, you got time.
So
you got 2 weeks
this week. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
I forget how the calendar works.
Yeah, we're drafting.
Listen, listener, we're grown-ups, and the one thing that I've learned, and this is really, I guess, what's on my mind then, it's as you grow up, you need to have a calendar of some sort. I don't care if it's paper or on your phone, on Google Calendar or something. You must adopt the calendar because life gets too hectic, and you will forget things, inevitably. So you just need like a way to like write notes to yourself saying, yes, I have this prior engagement, or else your life will just turn into a huge steaming mess. Huge pile of messy dookie. Do you guys concur with me a little bit on that one or no?
I'm more fly at the seat of my pants kind of guy. If there is something, I'll throw it in the calendar. But like, I'm not going to put, I have nothing this day. So.
Oh, no. I mean, like, let's say you made plans to go pick up a video game from Jay. Would that make the calendar?
Apparently not.
Oh, wow. Jay, if you had plans to deliver a game to Colt, would that make the calendar?
No.
Well, then I guess I'm just the only calendar.
But like, I don't use a calendar unless like someone is relying on me to put something in the calendar.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Yeah. I'm usually pretty good, like with events.
Yeah.
I'll usually remember them. If it's little things like returning a video game to Jay or going to pick up a fridge from Mike,
Yeah, trivial
I'll probably
things.
forget
like,
those.
Trivial things like your friend's stuff.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
I mean,
like your friend's personal assets.
It's not like it's destroyed. I have it here. It's
in pieces.
It's in tiny
shambles.
I have pieces of it. It's here. I can assemble it, reassemble it. I have the technology.
We have glue. It's this thing. You know what else we have? Things on Jay's mind. What's on your mind, Jay?
What have I been doing this week? Honestly, this week's kind of been boring. I haven't really done much. Except I did go to play Heart of Crown. So I guess I can talk about Heart of Crown for like 5 minutes. Have either of you played Heart of Crown?
You know me and my love of board games, which is to say non-existent.
No.
Which is to say does not like board games.
I've played it though. I think I played it with you and Zero's producer son at one point. But
yeah,
not since then.
Yeah, I played it with Zeros and Jay and Ryan, I think is the guy's name. I think.
Yeah.
Haven't seen him in a long time, so I'm not bad with names. But yeah, like I remember it being a lot of fun. It's like a roguelike deck builder board game, basically, that like what was the game that we played at your birthday party there,
Dominion.
Jay?
Dominion. I was actually going to say
Dominion.
Yeah, I was going to say like if any of you have played Dominion, it's basically like that except more anime.
Waifu.
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
So the reason I've been playing a lot of it, well, I played it once, so a lot of it, because it takes a long time, is because I believe it's like the second set of Heart of Crown came out, and I was invited to go out and play it, and so I went, and it is fun. It's still a fun game. Wholeheartedly would recommend it if you have never played it, or if you like Dominion and you're like, man, I want like different card effects. Then like try it out. It's a very tight game, very fun game, and also a very frustrating game if you're losing.
Yeah, I believe that. That's most games. And I think that's, if I had to guess, that's probably why Cole does not like board games. Because generally, Cole, you're not a competitive gamer.
No, you know what it is about board games? I don't like the preamble to board games where everybody's sitting around and we're trying to figure out the rules. Like, I like playing a game that I know the rules to already. I don't like the process of trying to
learn.
You do realize the paradox of what you've just said, right?
No. Explain it to me. No.
Okay, well, you just said, I like playing games where I already know the rules, but you had to learn those rules at one point.
Yeah, a long time ago, and I forget. Yeah. Or the rules are just so self-explanatory that I don't need to like, how many points do I lose if my thing is thinged? And then you gotta like do, I like trivia games because it's self-explanatory.
Yeah, you just say, you just answer the question. Yeah.
I just answer the question correct every time.
But it's also kind of boring when like you don't know the answer to the questions. And it's always in 1843, who stood on this exact spot at this exact date and this exact time?
Oh, I hate the date and the specific
but now I'm gonna
date ones.
But now I'm going to learn something, and that's exciting. Knowledge is power, gentlemen.
Yeah, but do you actually learn it, or do you like hear the answer and go, "Oh, that's interesting," and then never think about it ever again?
Yes, the second one for sure.
I'm going to plead the fifth on that particular question. I don't have a specific answer I can give to you, one way or the other. Though, if a gun were to be pressed to my head, I would probably say I don't remember. I don't even remember what we're talking about.
Well, Cole, you know what? I'll jog your memory on what we're talking about. Why don't you tell us what's on your mind?
What's on my mind? Much like you two gentlemen, not much. It's kind of been a slow week. I don't know, like middle of September, like what's happening in the middle of September?
You're just waiting for Thanksgiving.
I'm just waiting for Thanksgiving, which for us is in October.
Mm-hmm.
The
It's coming
proper
up soon,
time.
actually. Yeah.
I had to Google it yesterday because I couldn't remember when it was.
What is it? It's the second Monday
It's the
in October?
13th this year, I think.
Yeah. But I think
Yeah.
it's the second Monday in October is our Thanksgiving. It fluctuates. It's
one of those ones that like I feel like like those ones specifically Thanksgiving. I never know when it is because it changes. It's like always different.
Yeah. It's also very difficult to talk about because people in the States celebrate the state celebrates it at a different
November
time.
or something.
Yeah.
So
and we don't have a corresponding holiday that goes with Thanksgiving in the States, so I always get jealous.
It's nice though. I get 2 holidays this month.
I got me too.
Or first September long, and then we get the September 30th, Truth and Reconciliation Day.
Yeah, I get that off too, but I think I'm gonna go in and do overtime because
I also get it off for what it's worth.
Yeah. It's nice to have 2 holidays in September now, and then we've got one in October, and then Halloween's on a Friday this year, so that's fun. And then it's Remembrance Day, I guess, in November, and then it's the holidays, Christmas and New Year's, and then I go to Japan in February. So that's kind of how I'm planning out the next few months. I've been, I guess I'll say, have you guys ever used Duolingo? Have you guys ever been on that? I've been doing that lately. I guess.
Oh, yeah?
Been doing the Duo, eh? Have you been nudging any of your friends?
When they're kind of slacking, I do a little bit. Like sometimes, I'll do my lesson at a normal, reasonable human time.
Like 8 o'clock in the morning?
Who can say?
That's a reasonable human time. I'd say 3 in the morning's not reasonable or human.
I do
That's
it.
a fair point.
I do it, and if I see that my friends haven't done it, send them a little nudge.
A little nudge, yeah.
Just a little nudge, just to remind
You've been
them.
nudging me a heck of a lot, buddy. Ever since I nudged this guy at like 9 o'clock in the morning one day. He's like, "What the heck? Give me time to wake up." And then every day since, he's been nudging me at 8 o'clock in the morning. And it's like, bruh, I like doing it before bed. Leave me alone.
Yeah,
you get up at like 4 in the morning, so like you're already.
I know.
up.
I have the opportunity to do the funniest thing ever tomorrow morning.
No, it's because you said you had a break at work, so you did it.
Yeah.
And like we were both at work. And then on the weekends, I've just been like, you know what though? It's nice because it gets me to actually do it. That's the thing. That's the thing.
That's what Duo's, Duo is not the best way to learn a language by any means, but it's the one that actually gets you to keep doing it until you miss one day and then it's all over, basically.
Yeah, exactly. You just have to keep the streak going. So
I would say it's pretty impressive. Like I can other than like kanji, obviously, like I can kind of read stuff. Like when I was reading our manga for this review, I was like, oh, I can like read the sound effects in the panels now. That's kind of cool. Yeah, they don't match up with the English translation at all, which is a curiosity to me.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's the difference between translation and localization, right? Because like with localization, they don't do 1-to-1. They try to make it like kind of make sense in the English language.
Yeah, I understand from that point, but like my mind was like, it's a gunshot. You think it would be the same onomatopoeia for both, like the same sound, but like no, they just use ban or whatever, and it's like oh, okay,
but I mean, like even think of like what sound does a cat make, right? Like obviously a cat meows, right?
Meow. Yeah.
No, or like a lion goes gow, right?
Gow.
Yeah.
Or a dog.
Like when buildings are collapsing, they make like a rumbling sound, like goo.
Or like when something's threatening, like you get like go 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 go.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. That's Anyway,
not to derail you there, Cole.
It's very very different.
I think that's the right word, right, Jay? Right? Is that what I was trying to say?
I think so. Yeah.
I think so. That's what like the word is just a sound.
Yeah, it's a sound word.
Onomatopoeia. Ooh, that's even harder to spell than it is to say.
Yeah. See, it is tough spelling, isn't it? Huh. Imagine that. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to find out what I'm referencing in the second half. Don't worry.
Thankfully, there's this thing called autocorrect, Cole, that like takes care of the tough part for me. You just take a little bit of time and you fix it,
Yeah, wouldn't it be crazy if
It'd be crazy if that existed.
that?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
See,
I don't
Cole-
got time.
Cole, here's the thing though. We don't misspell words like though and was.
I didn't
See, to me,
spell
that's not.
whatever. We're
That's
going to talk
not-
about it in the second half.
He didn't know not. You know how to spell it. You just chose to put so little effort into spelling it that you didn't spell it right.
Yeah.
ever-
The S and the D are right beside each other. It's just my fat fingers pressing the wrong button and then being too lazy to proofread it. Yeah, I type with my nose. What can I say? I go like this. And then I don't read it. But whatever. You guys, give me a break, okay?
I like this. Me and Jay are teaming up against Cole this week. It's a good vibe.
Please,
Yeah.
by all means. Let's get into the first actual topic of the day, gentlemen. Let's talk about other jobs that assassins would be good at. So this was Jay's proposal for the week. This was Jay's proposal. I hereby recognize Jay's proposal. Do I have any second? Does anyone second this
I
motion?
second this. I second Jay's proposal because
All
this is like 2 weeks in a row. Jay's kind of running the whole episode in a way. Like I'm here for it. He's taken over. The plan,
I'm here
his
for it
plot
too.
has worked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Here we are, and
Mhm.
we're just letting Jay lead us by the
Pubic hair.
Sure. Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah.
Just
So,
like a long
well,
rope.
So obviously, seeing that you guys have read what my plan was, you guys came up with answers to this prompt, right?
I read it and I thought, wouldn't it be a good idea if we just kind of just went into it, and just had a good time? That was my thinking.
Wing it is what you're trying to say, I believe.
I mean, that's a good way of putting it, but I like to say have a good time. That's how I like to put it.
Okay.
Yeah. In fact, that's my first answer. An assassin would be good at having a good time.
What does that even mean?
What kind of job is that?
It's just
Yeah.
here's to feeling good all the time.
Like a drug dealer? Is that where we're going here?
Like a podcast host. Would an assassin make a good podcast host?
I mean, there would be a lot of good
Why
stories
not?
to tell.
There would be a lot of good
no.
stories.
Oh, like what they would reveal their like stories on the podcast, or would it be like a video one?
I feel like an assassin typically they're pretty they don't use a lot of words. They're pretty silent, stoic. So I don't know if they'd make a good podcaster.
Okay.
So,
I was kind of thinking like from the aspect of like, wouldn't they basically like, let's say they were a podcast. The way I thought of this question was like, what would be like a good day job for an assassin?
No, yeah,
Right?
obviously. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I thought of it. And I think podcaster would be a bad one because then like people are gonna like not like when you're on the internet, the dirty details always come out, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that would be. Oh, there's a person at my door delivering tomatoes, and my dog is upset about it. That's what that was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not enough
Reminder,
tomatoes.
everyone, Cole's a squirrel. If he hears anything
Yes.
off, slightly off,
Well,
he has to pay attention to it.
It was a loud dog bark. I got scared. I thought, is there a dog barking?
No, Jay hit the nail on the head. Anyway,
You know what? That's just the kind of episode it's going to be. You guys are just going
I told
to
you,
go at me.
It's the Cole antagonism episode. You're the villain this episode.
That's okay.
What was I saying? Oh yeah. I think like being an internet personality would be a bad gig for an assassin because like people are gonna just eventually like you're basically like taunting them into looking up by being on the internet and being a public celebrity. You're basically taunting people into like looking stuff up about you. I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Which
would
is
that
like,
would that information be available on the internet?
The dark
things
web.
things always come out. Yeah, on the dark web. Like there's always one guy. He's like, oh, I watched Cole assassinate that person. I was the only guy in the park at the same time. He didn't know I was there. Yep.
Shut up. Don't.
Yeah, it was weird. He used an old gym sock.
Don't bring that up.
Yeah.
It was
And a
crusty.
pencil.
Yeah, but Jay, this is your prompt. I'm curious, like obviously, like as usual, the order of like preparation for the podcast from least to most goes Cole, Mike, Jay. That's the AniPro order. So yeah, I'm sure you prepared a very, very thoughtful and thorough answer. What is it?
Just brings up like a like a scroll. Yeah, I knew this would happen.
Yeah.
No, I'm not that prepared. In fact, I didn't prepare that much.
Let me whip out the notes app. Like just endless scrolling. Got to get back to the top.
It's like 2 minutes.
I think
We're getting close.
I think a good job for an assassin would be a chef.
A shit. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I think
Good
that
with
was one that I
knives.
did think of. Yeah,
Yeah.
like a cook or something. Yeah,
like a cook or
Yeah.
a chef. Like would also double as like a way to give like teach them how to make food that could contain like some kind of poison or something. So
yeah, for sure. Also, I just feel like the skills kind of go together. You know, being good with a knife, being good at
Yep.
with fire.
Both jobs are kind of like a little sexy in a weird way, you know? I don't know.
Is it?
is it?
Yeah, like there's lots of like movies and TV shows about both chefs and assassins. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Unless you're
I
your
got one-
forger, in which case your cooking is atrocious.
Yeah.
Well,
of
yeah,
course.
there you go. Yeah, but you have people for that. I do have
I got
one
one.
before. If you, yeah,
Oh, go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
because you already gave one, I think.
Oh, I wasn't serious, but you go
Oh.
ahead.
My actual one was like long haul trucker. Because
Okay.
in my mind, like, explain to me the difference between assassin and serial killer.
Well, an assassin is paid to do it.
Yeah, one's contracted. The other is just.
Would
so
an assassin would a truck driving job get in the way of an assassin's job?
No, it'd be perfect because basically what they would do is like, say I had a hit in Chicago, you know, the home of the deep dish pies, Chicago.
Let's say hypothetically.
Let's say, yeah, hypothetically, you just go on the trucker app because they have an app, I assume. No, I've heard that they do have like a little like you can like take gigs online or whatever. I've watched shows about it.
So
And
it's
like-
like it's
Called
like
trucker.
it's like skip the dishes, but with trucks.
Yeah, it's called
but with
trucker.
packages. You pick it up.
Yeah, but like that's what Skip does. Skip,
So you-
like the people who work at Skip, they pick up, like they
Yeah,
pick whatever
you'd be like-
the job is.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah.
Yeah. I was
It's
thinking
called
from like
trucker.
the user's perspective, but yes,
no,
from the driver's
from the guy's
perspective.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm hitting the abort button on my joke.
Why is that?
Oh, I've tried to say it many times.
Well, maybe
it
get
like
good,
Grindr?
Cole.
It was
Yeah.
like Grinder. Yeah.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
Yeah.
Anyway, so basically, you have a job in Chicago. You pick up a package to go to Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
When you get there, you deliver the package, and then once you've delivered the package, during your rest time, you just go kill somebody, and then you come back and you're out of the city. Nobody sees you again.
You go on
Perfect
the
job for a
assassin
serial killer
app.
/ assassin. Yeah, you go on the assassin app. You have the two apps on your phone. You just
No,
right.
no. Here's the hidden cool part. What if the assassin app and the trucker app are the same app?
Oh man, we should make a manga about this. That'd be cool. Because like, yeah, let's say there's package, but like you just know like I'm picking up a package of giant XL corn cobs, and you know that means like I'm assassinating a dude. You know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a
And,
cool
like-
idea, Jay.
Like
I'm picking up a
so
thing
the
of
app itself, it
Half-eaten
like
corn cobs.
yeah, like
Yeah.
it's all just a cover. So like, oh, I'm
like code.
delivering I'm delivering a giant sack of potatoes, and sack of potatoes just means I'm taking a body elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you could also dispose the body pretty well too. 'Cause
Yeah.
you just dump it in the bush somewhere.
Yeah.
We're getting put on a list or something.
Yeah, this
I
is
think,
not
on
good.
this
This is not
episode.
good.
Yeah.
This
This is not
also-
good. We're
yeah,
coming
this
up
is
with too
not
many
great.
ideas.
Yeah. Don't do this. I feel like that
AniPro
doesn't
does not
actually need a
endorse
disclaimer.
murder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we do not endorse serial killing. Anyway, Cole, how would you kill? What do you think a serial killer should do for a living, other than kill?
No, Jay reminded me of one. A butcher.
Oh,
Butcher.
that's a good
Yeah.
one. That's
Because
a good one.
like you could end up covered in blood, and you could it's plausible deniability. Oh, I was
Yep.
butchering a cow. Meanwhile,
Yep.
you were actually assassinating the person,
A guy.
a human.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'll just back up. I'm just gonna be, yeah.
I feel like I feel like we've really bewildered Cole this episode, and I kind of like it. He's like,
we've really thrown him off his
I
game
know.
with all this bullying.
he's like, I'm not used to those two working together against me.
Yeah.
I'm usually the
You
glue
know what,
between
though?
them.
This makes me happy seeing you two work together against me.
Well, that won't continue then, I guess.
It pleases me.
We'll have to stop
Well,
this.
I
have
mean,
another one, though,
I do
Jay,
have a
if you have
gag
another
lined up to bully you further. Don't worry about it, Cole.
Oh, excellent. I love it. I hope you both have discussed it beforehand. I hope
We sure have.
in your private chat.
Text messages?
Yeah.
DMs. We
Yeah.
slid into each other's DMs.
I feel like saying someone's, oh yeah, I'm going to text somebody is like, that's very telling of being an old person in today's day and age. Cause I feel like anybody born before the years of, in this millennia is just going to say, I'm going to DM them.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
That reminds me, somebody asked me when I got my first cell phone the other day. And I'm like, I don't know. I was like 17 or something like that. So,
Yeah.
and to high school, it was some old crappy Sanyo. And I looked it up and I was looking at it and I'm like, I want to just go back to that. Just texting on my phone.
Like when you just had a flip phone.
That's a thing. That is a thing that like is happening. Like
I just want to.
dumb phones are like becoming a thing. for
Yeah,
that reason.
yeah. I don't know. Been thinking about that. Also,
I'm
just from
gonna
a
pick up
cost
an
saving
LG
thing.
Rumor. I think an LG Rumor sounds real
Just
nice.
an old Motorola Crazer. Ooh,
Ooh,
nice phone.
They brought back the Razor. Actually, that's a thing now.
Mm-hmm. Mike, you said you had another job though.
Oh, I do. Yeah.
Mhm.
And it's kind of one this one's been harvested by like movies and stuff already. So it's good then.
Yeah.
Cop or like being involved with law enforcement in some degree. Like I'm just thinking of like Dexter, for example.
Mhm.
Like you essentially have both the ability to go wherever and have people in like a baseline like level of trust that people aren't going to question you being in suspicious situations.
Mhm.
And you also have direct like access to the lines to fiddle with the evidence if ever you need to as well. So I feel like you could both like cover up your crime and commit them with like unfaltering impunity. Yeah. And that's probably a reason why it's like kind of a popular trope in Hollywood, because it kind of just makes sense that like they would, it's just like, it's also a cool concept because you have like, oh, they're the person who's supposed to protect you, but they kill you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
On that note too, what about like a doctor? Same idea.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Yeah.
So then, again, no one would suspect you. You also have like knowledge on probably different like chemicals that you could use that would be maybe less traceable, something like that.
Oh, like a pharmacist or something.
Oh,
Ooh.
a pharmacist. Ooh.
Pharmacist would be cool. That's like a tweak on the doctor one. Because then like, you could just like, I'm just going to give you this pill here.
Yeah.
So,
It's actually arsenic.
yeah.
An insurance broker. That'd be a good one.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah.
Would you tell us something
Okay,
there, Cole?
I got one last one before we go to our next segment.
Okay.
I think it's a pretty interesting one. A kindergarten teacher.
Jesus. I rearranged the stuff under my desk. Okay, Cole, that one's valid because it scared me too.
That sounded like a gunshot.
Yeah. I rearranged my desk because I tried I was doing things, and I moved where the trash can is underneath it. And it was, for some reason, right where my feet are. So I uncrossed my legs and just like smoked this garbage can. It's probably just dented into like, it was a garbage can. Now it's a
just so
trash
everybody knows, Mike likes to sit on a very high chair so he can swing his feet like a little boy. So he was swinging his feet a little too excitedly about Jay's suggestion about a kindergarten teacher.
can. Yeah.
They got him excited, and then he kicked the gun that he keeps under his desk.
Yeah, there's a hole in the wall over there.
There's steam coming off of it from the force of the impact.
There's steam coming off this transition to the next segment that Jay alluded to. What is our next segment, Jay?
Whoa. So I think instead of the mailbag that we've got that we normally do, we have a little bit of housekeeping to take care of. Because after this manga, there's no manga reviews in the pipeline.
Ever again.
Oh,
So-
yay. That means we don't have to read any more manga. Okay.
Oh,
Well,
good. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we can fix that,
Whew.
and we should fix that for the listeners by revealing our next
guess so.
round of manga. And I think this will be our last round of manga for the year, actually.
I didn't say ever. Okay.
I think so. October.
I
yeah.
think-
Yeah.
Yeah.
This would be
so
the
this finishes
last-
out the year. Yeah.
All right. So these are the final 3 manga of the year, gentlemen. And I, as the oldest and dumbest member of AniPro, get to go first.
And most illiterate.
And well, that would be included in the dumbest. Jay,
Yeah, but I had to
obviously.
narrow it down just so we're all clear.
Oh my
I-
God, Cole. What
What?
if age is directly correlated with stupidity and you get stupider as you get older?
Well,
Oh
You're in
no. Oh no.
you're both you're catching up. You're catching up to me.
I'm gonna be
I don't think
eating
I'll ever
rocks like
catch
Cole
up
soon.
to you. That's not how age works.
That you're catching up, Jay. You're catching up to me.
Jay, we're catching up to him. It's inevitable. We're gonna be as
I'm
old as
g-
Cole one day.
I'm not getting any older than 33 years old. I'm telling you that right now for free.
God,
I'm
that's
also
just-
telling you
Are you going to get
Right
hit with the
now.
gommage? Is that what's happening?
the Gomage.
What?
What's that?
Expedition
What's that, Jay?
33.
Oh, yes. Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
If any of you have played Expedition 33, you get the reference.
I haven't. I haven't
have
because my friend refuses to lend it to me.
Who's
Well,
your friend?
maybe return the game that you still have from him then.
Okay, guys, I got a manga here that I've teased this before, like months
Mhm.
ago. I think
Okay.
it was announced it's getting an anime adaptation, so I figured this could be the moment. It could be the time where we should review this one. Basically, it's about 2 people who aren't in any clubs and they just walk home together. So they're in the Go Home Club, and it's very
Okay.
cute. And I think Jay's really gonna like it, and I think Mike's also.
I
gonna like
recommended it to you.
I think that I read it without any recommendation from. No, I don't think you did, Jay. I think I,
I
found
did
this one
because
on my own.
there was an
I
episode.
remember Jay recommending it to
There was
you.
an episode where you're like,
No.
Jay recommended 2 good manga to me, and this was one of them.
No, that didn't
I
happen.
recall this. No,
That
I
did
do
not
recall
happen.
this. I think it
That
was
did-
literally on the podcast.
Yes,
No.
it was.
No. There's no way that didn't. That's untrue. Let's read "Journey Home After School," or its Japanese title, "Hukago Kitaku Biori." I almost did it, guys. I almost did it. It was close.
One day we'll find what ways Cole is gifted in.
Yeah. It won't be today. It
It won't
be
be.
today.
No.
It will not be today. I
No,
guarantee that.
I do remember someone talking about this, and I assume it was either Jay or Cole. And it sounds like an interesting manga. It sounds
Yeah.
very similar to the other one we reviewed of yours, the Smoking Behind the Supermarket with you.
Mhm.
It seems like
Which
a very
also
similar
got
vibe to it.
Yeah.
Also got an anime adaptation
Mhm.
announcement.
And like, frankly, that one was better than I expected it to be. So I kind of have high hopes for this one too. Honestly, it seems
Mhm.
like a similar
Yeah.
vibe. I'm here for
Mhm.
it.
This one's very sweet. Will guaranteed to give you diabetes.
Well, we'll
Mike.
find out when we review it soon.
Next month. Yeah.
Next month. Yeah. It'll be our October review.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Very soon.
So
very soon.
going home from school is pretty spooky. That's a way to spend October. then after Halloween, you still have a little bit of a spooky vibe. So, and then I come in with our next manga review after that. And that is a manga. Listen, you guys, you know I have a thing for witches. I do like witches. So I've picked Ichi the Witch as as my choice for our next manga review because it seems to be it came out last year. It started. It's a manga by the artist, I believe. I hope, Jay, of
Yes.
Act Age, right?
Yes, it was the artist.
Yes, only the artist, person with no affiliation with the heinous crimes of the author of that manga. So, and I remember when I read Act Age, I thought the art was really good. So I'm kind of think that's a good thing. And it just seems like it's picked up a lot of steam, a lot of hype. Like there's a lot of support for this one, and I feel like it's inevitably going to get an anime. Like it's only at like 50 something chapters, I think, right now.
It's
So it's
50 chapters
feasibly-
as of recording today.
Okay, there you
Yeah.
go. Did that chapter just come out or something like that?
Yeah, every Sunday.
Oh, okay, cool. And I believe it's available on Shonen Jump /Viz as well, so it's widely accessible as well, which is a nice thing.
Yeah.
And,
It's also by
rating...
it's also by the author of Welcome to the Demon School, Iruma-kun. So there's that too.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah.
And I've gone on record before that I do think that I believe this one's done by two, like there's an author and a manga and an artist, I believe, right?
Yep.
And I do think that actually benefits manga more often than it hurts it. So I'm excited for that. But I'll tell you what it's about, because you're probably wondering.
It's also officially the first female duo creator in Shonen Jump.
Oh,
as
cool.
a fun fact.
There you go.
Very cool.
Girl power. Jay, actually, you've read it, so you kind of give us a little. What's it about?
Yeah, so it's kind of like it's a fantasy world where magics kind of take the form of sentient beings, and when and girls can acquire magics by passing the tests that they give out to people, and a boy named Ichi, who is a bit more of a hunter, one day passes the test of the king of magics and kind of becomes the first ever male witch. And so it's kind of
a cool concept.
Yeah, it's kind of a story about him going around acquiring different magics and exploring this world and stuff.
It looks cool.
It does. Yeah.
Like looking at it. Yeah, this looks cool.
And like looking at the recommendation list, there's a lot of good stuff there too. So like I have high hopes for this one. I'm always down for a good fantasy, and I'm always down for a good witch. So lastly, Jay, what have you selected for us?
It is my turn to suggest a manga. My pick for a manga, look, I always find it really interesting when the anime industry does something different. And recently they have done something that I kind of wanted to take an episode to take a closer look at. And I'm going to use this manga as kind of a window to that discussion. And that being, they have recently started taking either axed manga or manga that have long since ended and making anime adaptations of them. So I am going to say that in the month of December, we review Black Torch. Take a look and kind of examine why this got an anime, why this got axed. Did it deserve to get axed? Did it deserve to get an anime? What's going on here? And how do we feel about axed manga coming back with anime? And stuff like that.
The best part of this is it's only 19 chapters. So that's good. Nice low chapter count.
Yeah. I just looked it up. Mine has 50 chapters, but we're going to be reading 1 to 25 of mine. So
so half the
series. It's a long one for you, Cole. Yeah.
Too high, too many.
And how many chapters does yours have, Cole?
I don't know.
Do you think Cole did any prep at all?
App research, Cole.
Yeah. Well, I guess I could look right now.
That's great riveting content, though.
I wasn't expecting you to ask me how many chapters my manga has.
To be fair, I didn't know either until I looked
28.
It up just now.
28
There's
chapters.
the first 3 volumes?
Mm-hmm.
What the heck?
Cole going like, man, these are all so long, and then recommending the most amount of chapters out of all of us.
Yeah, but I like it. I like that one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
See, we've found the real sauce.
We broke him.
Yeah.
I'm fine. You're broken, not me. I'm good. I'm totally cool. I'm so good.
Because you seem like you kind of need a break, to be honest.
Yeah,
that's kind of. Wait, you need a break.
Did we cover Jay's manga entirely? Jay, did you have more to say about it? I feel like we kind of
touched upon the idea.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm curious about that one.
And I wanted to use anime reviews to kind of like open up a bigger discussion point. So I thought this would be
that's
better.
a cool thing about manga. Like I feel like it's anime. It kind of feels like a completed, like finished work, but as manga, it feels like there's like there could be more kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think it's a good springboard for other stuff like that. Yeah.
So
it's canceled.
Yeah. And I don't think we've done a canceled manga before.
I would propose, gentlemen, that we even read the whole thing.
Oh yeah.
I would propose that we even read the whole thing of Jay's.
If you,
Yeah.
I mean, if you want, but that's 5 volumes.
I'm fine.
Yeah,
That's just 2 more volumes. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, now I'm not ready. I don't think I'm ready, but you guys, I feel like you guys need it. So again, I'm totally fine. I could keep going. I'm not mad at all. I'm totally cool. But for your guys' sake, I think we should go to an
break.
Hey YouTube viewer, I don't mean to interrupt you during a well-deserved break, but can you do me a real quick favor? You see that little button there? The one that looks like a thumbs up? Can you just click that? Just real quick. Yeah, great, thanks. Oh, and while you're down there, can you just hit subscribe? Yeah, like that, thanks. Oh, what's that? You're not on YouTube, but instead listening to the podcast on... And you want to join in on the fun? Well, if you want, why don't you leave a 5-star review? No matter how you're watching or listening, providing feedback to us helps AniPro grow so that more and more people can listen to us and our perfectly normal and not strange at all takes. And seeing as you're being so cool, why don't I let you in on a little secret? AniPro has a Discord server where you can talk to the hosts and other listeners about anime and other random topics about, like, I don't know, mayo on hot dogs and stuff. Anyway, thank you so much. What's that? You want to do even more? Oh my goodness, thank you. Well, AniPro has a Patreon where for a small donation you can get access to archived episodes and ad-free episodes. You can get episodes early and even get a monthly bonus episode. I think, yeah, that's it. Listen, I really appreciate you listening to this. I will now reward you with the second half of this episode.
I definitely did. Welcome back to AniPro. We've got a crazy second half for you, where we will be reviewing the
It's so crazy.
assassin turned kindergarten teacher manga, Kindergarten Wars. This is a manga currently running in Shonen Jump Plus, which is the Shonen Jump app in Japan that also exists as Manga Plus over here. So if you haven't read it and you wanna be kind of more in, kind of have a better idea of like what we're talking about, because we'll get into like some story stuff that might,
I wouldn't call it like spoilers per se, but like, because there's not really any real spoilers in this one. But like, yeah, we will be talking about the story a little bit.
Yeah. And then also, we will have like a couple of thoughts on like recommending the manga to you if you haven't read it. So if you're here to see whether or not this is for you, we'll try and help you out there as well. So, yeah, we got some stuff for everyone. As usual, we normally start out manga reviews with a brief overview of what the manga is about. And coincidentally, it was my manga review.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, was it?
This is full J. This is
so
like
I'm here.
All J.
This is all me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's time to just kind of give you a quick summary on what this is about. So, Kindergarten Wars is essentially a manga about a school that is renowned as the safest kindergarten in the world. Where high-ranking aristocrats and like people that and like high society people will send their kids to with the assurance that their kids will be safe from any kind of like assassination attempts or kidnapping or anything like that. And as it turns out, all of the teachers that work at this school are former convicted felons, ranging from assassins to swindlers to other kinds of killers and things like that. And their task is to defend the students at this school, and for 1 year, and they will be released from their sentence.
They get like a reduced sentence.
Yeah.
It's basically like community service for like protecting rich kids, basically.
Mhm.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely, if nothing else, a very interesting concept.
Mm-hmm. And then there's like other stuff in there that we'll get into, like like romance and comedy and action and all of those things. But just on that, what would you compare this to? Like, if someone were to come up to you and be like, "Hey, I'm interested in Kindergarten Wars, but how would you compare it?" Let's start with Cole.
There's an obvious one, and thank you for giving it to me, because I'm going to give the obvious one, and that's Spy Family, obviously. Yeah. Very similar kind of... I mean, this one, like, it's not like it's a secret who they are or anything like that, but it is kind of a double life type of thing. Like, our main character is an assassin, but she's also like this, a kindergarten teacher who enjoys spending time with the kids and all of that. Also, like, the humor is pretty similar, I would say, too. So I mean, it's the obvious comparison, and I'm taking it. Good luck.
That was mine too, to be honest with you. If I had to have a backup, it's one that I don't know maybe enough about, but I would say Mission Yozakura Family, or whatever it's called, from a couple seasons ago. It kind of has a somewhat similar idea with like a family of assassins that all kind of live together, but in this one it's just they're all working at a daycare. There's it's kind of a unique concept, and the closest thing would be the school from Spy Family. But yeah. Jay, do you have a better one than that? I feel like I don't have a good one after Spy
Family.
Family.
Have two that I want to riff on a little bit. So the first one would be kind of like the earlier chapters of Sakamoto Days. Where it's a bit more slice of lifey. It still has that action in it, but like it cares more about like the regular world with an ex-assassin. And then the other, I would say, like, this manga to me makes me think of if Spy Family and Black Lagoon had a baby. This would be that. Just like the fights in this kind of remind me a lot of Black Lagoon, but like with a tone and style of Spy Family.
Okay.
I
definitely thought of Sakamoto Days while I was reading this too, so that's a good comparison. Like I did get, like, it has a similar vibe to it. Like the humor's definitely in the same realm, as well as like just kind of like the art style of it as well. Like I think that's a very, very good comparison for like, if you like Sakamoto Days, this is kind of a similar work, I would say.
Yeah, the Black Lagoon one too is interesting. That's still like, it's still like on my need to watch for no specific reason. Like
Revy.
Don't need to get into that. But
does her name start with R and end with Y?
I mean,
and then the middle is like EV.
I'm not gonna comment on that specifically, but hi. Yeah. So that's interesting. That's interesting that would be one of the comparisons you would make. That's
not as much in like terms of like the comedic side, but more in the action side, I'd say.
Yeah. The action of this is surprisingly actiony, I would say.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about that. I think that's a point.
But we'll get to that. But first of all, I brought up the concept of Kindergarten Wars, and it's definitely something different. But like, does it do anything like really to set itself apart from the other stuff that we mentioned, or like how unique is it? And like, is that really a good thing, or what would you say, Mike?
I just thought of another comparison as well, and this is kind of like, because this is a natural transition from the comparisons. Is a good question. Love Bullet, we reviewed a little while ago. I think that has a similar vibe as well. As far as setting itself apart from the contemporaries, I would almost ask, like, what would you consider its contemporaries, really? Because like it really is fairly unique in what it does that I feel like I don't feel like there's a one-to-one. This manga is basically like a good example is me and Jay were talking about Jujutsu Kaisen Modulo last week, right? And that's just like your fairly typical like shonen battle with sorcerers that also like kind of thing. Like there are one-to-one things you compare that to, right? Like you just basically could say, oh yeah, Black Clover is basically the same thing. Like I don't feel that there's a one-to-one comparison that I would consider this one's contemporaries, but I'd be curious what you guys have to say about that. Like, so I guess I say it doesn't need to do much to set itself apart because I don't feel like there is anything really basically breathing down its neck.
Well, I'd say in counter to that, like the stuff that we compared it to, that like feel similar to it, like what does it do different from those is kind of the idea, right?
Okay.
I would say that its differences, like you think about its premise, you know, it's assassins turn kindergarten teachers, and on its face you're like, oh, that's a unique premise. But once you start getting into it, I don't find this manga particularly unique in terms of like how it handles its action and stuff like that. Like, I mean, you've got these super highly skilled individuals who are getting into fights, which is pretty standard fare. I like the setting of it. I think that it relies on its setting to try to differentiate itself from anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's kind of true. Because now that you've kind of like laid that out, I'm kind of like, yeah, really, it essentially has the same sort of plot as Sakamoto Days, where it's like this really skilled former assassin is now assassinating for the greater good, I guess, essentially.
Yeah.
And there's like comedic stuff as well. But like, I think where it kind of sets itself apart from the other ones is really how hard it leads into the comedic aspects is what I feel like it does differently than the Spy. Like Spy Family does lean into the comedy quite a bit too. But I do feel like this one, Spy Family is pretty even keel when you're reading it. And Sakamoto Days is pretty even keel the whole time. This one feels like very like kind of whiplashy. Like you're constantly flipping back and forth between like, oh, this is kind of like dark, graphic and gory. And then it's like, oh, okay, there's like silly kid stuff happening now. And then it's like, oh, this person's like making this big gag about falling in love. And then it's like, oh no, now they're blowing this person's head off. It's like, I feel like Spy Family wouldn't do that, or you know, it's not that intense.
I guess
not that polarizing.
Yeah, I guess between Spy Family, like Spy Family relies a lot on Anya for like comedic aspects of it, where like I feel like its comedy is more derived from like the situations and stuff. I guess like none of the characters are particularly funny; they just do funny things. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. What do you think, though, Jay?
Honestly, like in terms of what it does to set itself apart, I'd say like, yes, the closest thing for me that I saw with this was Sakamoto Days initially, and like it having romance, it having comedy, and it just having like a lot of different. It wears a lot of hats, I feel. Whether it being action, comedy, romance, and stuff like that, and like. It being able to maybe not balance it, but like have all those things might be a bit more of a wider appeal to certain people than like if it just stayed in one area.
Yeah, that's probably one of its strong points, honestly. Like I feel like it's kind of a jack of all trades, master of none kind of thing. Like I found myself kind of falling into it and enjoying my time with it because it didn't really like dive too deep into one particular aspect of it. Like I feel like it did quite a bit of different things, like you said, but nothing was really bad about it.
Yeah, it was just kind of like it had a lot of, like I said, it wore a lot of hats, but like none of them were like more prominent than the other.
Yeah, it didn't really invest heavily into like one thing over the other. I felt like the only thing it kind of like probably the biggest investment it makes is into our main girl there, I would say. But other than that, it's like it's pretty light reading is what I would say for the most part.
Yeah. I would say that.
Yeah.
So moving on kind of from that, with all these different like hats that it's wearing, it uses a lot of different art styles to kind of emphasize them. Do we think any of those art styles were any weaker than any other style? And what would you favorite?
Sorry,
What does that mean? What?
What
Why'd
would
you say that?
you favorite? I
What-
look,
what-
I'm just reading what Cole wrote in his notes.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Give me a break. I wrote a whole goddamn paragraph, you guys. Sorry that I screwed up a couple words.
Well, you were harping on Mike for not knowing how to spell things when you couldn't spell your and was.
Wud. Yeah. What you fave what?
Well, what
do
your
you
favorite? What,
Cole, do you
what's
want to go
my
back to
favorite?
kindergarten?
Please. What was my favorite art? I really liked like the action aspects of it. I thought that it handled its like fight scenes and stuff really dynamically and cool. When the characters get all like serious and stuff, it felt like it was very impactful considering the rest of it was quite bubbly, I'd say.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So like when it goes into action mode, I was like, okay, yeah, this is cool. I like this.
It was kind of curious because like it didn't really, even like when you first put this question in our chat, I was kind of like, I didn't feel like the art styles were like it changed that much, but it's really like the character models themselves don't change that much, I don't think, but like the way that they choose to portray the world around them changes pretty drastically. And so like that I found kind of interesting. And yeah, I definitely agree that the action stuff is where it really shown. Because like this shot has quite a few, or this manga has quite a few like aura farming shots, especially of the main girl there. I can't remember her name right now, but like
Rita.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially of Rita, like when she starts doing her what is she, the ghost or something like that? I forget what they call her.
She's the witch.
The witch. Yeah.
Did you read this?
I did quickly though, to be honest with you. But
You
yeah,
skimmed
no,
it.
I thought the art styles were good, and I kind of enjoyed. While I enjoyed the action stuff best, I thought that the way that they chose to like kind of simplify things during the comedic stuff, like going to more simple models for the characters. They, like I said, they didn't change them, but they would like alter it to fit the aesthetic they were going for, but not that much. That like they're still like very clearly still the same character. It wasn't like a SpongeBob SquarePants thing where like they zoom in on the face.
Hyper realistic,
yeah. It was like
Yeah.
they just maybe chose to go a little more detailed or a little less detailed on certain shots.
It really like I'd say the action really emphasized like when they're locking in for like a fight or something.
Right.
Whereas like with the romance, like it'll have that shoujo, like they have the petals around them and like make
it
them
was
all, like really cute and stuff like that.
I guess what I was kind of going for with this comment, other than the spelling mistakes, was that it was like these subtle changes that they would make to the character models. Obviously, the models were still on. You could still, like Mike said, differentiate everybody. But like, for example, during like a fight scene, Rita would have kind of more human normal proportions, but while she's like working with the kindergartner, she'd be a little bit more chibi, I guess.
Yeah.
Do you know
and
what
like
I
all
mean?
the kindergartners were kind of chibi as well.
Super chibi. Yeah. And they never went off of that model, obviously.
Yeah. They're also literally chibi. Like little kids are very chibi. The way the kids were drawn really reminded me of Spy Family, I will say. Like just because they're so like that the way that they chose to do it.
They kind of look like stereotypical kids. You see these
Showing
kind of
kids.
kid models all the time.
I did like the blend of the different styles, or like styles in quotes though. Like I think that it did a good job of when like, okay, it's time for action, it felt like an action manga, or like when it's time for the comedy stuff, it felt like a comedy manga, romance manga, etc. So and it all still, like, none of it felt off.
Yeah, like you were, as I was reading it, I feel like a lot of the times in manga like this, where it wears a lot of hats, like Jay was saying, like it has all these different things. I feel like if it was not done well, you would kind of just get whiplash from the from like the very drastic like tonal shifts and like just the way it's handled too. But I feel like this one, it was such an easy read that like you really didn't get whiplash, other than just like the only thing that I really got whiplash with was just Rita's bit there with like how she always falls in love in like every third chapter almost.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just kind of like, it would just be like, I'd be reading, I'd be kind of into it. And then all of a sudden I'd go to this gag that it's done a bunch of times. And I'm kind of like, oh, okay. I'm just kind of out of it for a second. But
Yeah.
that's kind of a different thing. The action always hit though.
That was another one of our questions. Just kind of like, how do we feel about the action? And I think we've kind of already answered that. So
Yeah. To surmise, it's cool.
It's cool.
The action is good. I like the action
better than
in
it needs to be, I would
Yeah.
say.
I think it's purposely like quite. I think it does that on purpose, though.
Yeah.
Like it to really like give you that whiplash that you're referring to, but like in a good way.
Yeah. To really emphasize like these people are trained like killers. Like they know how to they can handle business pretty well.
Yeah.
So there were some running jokes throughout the manga. I.e. Rita constantly on the lookout for a quote unquote hot boyfriend. Did you feel like some of these bits were overdone? Or did you think that, like, did you enjoy them?
Well, I guess I sort of just said that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, that's kind of exactly like what I was thinking of, was that bit of her. I mean, I like the joke on its face. Like on its face, it's a funny joke of her like falling in love, asking these questions, and then getting turned off of them by like the most like menial disagreement that they could potentially have. Like one person saying that he doesn't go to ramen shops because the floors are sticky. Yeah. So she kills him. Which I guess makes sense because she's kind of like this. Well, she's a psychopath, right? Like she's an assassin. So
she's crazy.
I did like the one though where like she was like, okay, no matter what he answers, I'm not gonna kill him. He can let's have an open mind here. And then like he answers like, oh yeah, I don't go, like, because they did that ramen one first where she was like, okay, either broth or noodles.
No, I like that one because it was like, like honestly, like no matter what, you can have the broth or the noodles first. And he answers like, honestly, like a psychopath. Who eats the meat first?
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, like, I think her falling in love with a person every time was the worst gag in the manga.
Mm-hmm.
I think the bit where she asks them a question to confirm her love with them is the best bit in the manga. Because every one of them was kind of like, it would be something really, really niche and like absurd.
Mm-hmm.
And then like, you'd like see the answer and you're like, yeah, they deserve death. They're just a strange.
Well, there was one where it was like the one in the first chapter where it was like, do you sit through the credits? And they're like, no.
That one came up a couple times actually.
Well, there was one where it was like, oh, I watch through the credits, but I watch all my movies at 2 times speed.
Yeah, 2 times speed.
2 times speed at home.
Because you thought for a second she was like, oh, okay, this person's good, like we've found it, and then just like also volunteered. Oh yeah, but when I watch at home, I watch in 2 times speed. And then
actually talking about it now, I kind of like that bit because it's like, okay, they're normal, and then they say something that's like, who does that?
Yeah.
Who watches a movie at 2 times speed? It's kind of
lots of people.
I know, probably.
No, I wouldn't say lots of people, but people.
Psychopaths.
I listen to podcasts at like 1.5.
1.25. Yeah. But 2 times, that would be
psychos.
2 times is really fast. 2 times is really
fast. Yeah. I listen to our podcast at half speed because it sounds like we're all drunk.
Yeah.
Or
more.
Try
drunk.
75%.
Yeah.
But as far as the bits that I did like, that's really like the main bit that I can think of. The bit of the other girl not realizing that she's in love with the main guy.
Yeah.
Kind of an overused bit. That's like I said, like this isn't doing anything new. I wouldn't say that this is
like
the concept is new, but like the execution is very well worn.
It's pretty bog standard. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a movie over here with Arnold Schwarzenegger at a kid's school?
Kindergarten Cop.
Yeah.
Cop.
Isn't that
movie.
literally just this?
Essentially, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he's a
It's
cop.
been a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think someone's trying to kill one of the kids. I think is actually what the concept is. I think you're right.
Okay.
It's
No,
been-
I don't
it's
like
been a long
this.
time.
I don't like this manga.
I think I broke us.
Yeah.
You've reminded me, and now
Yeah.
this is why. Why are we reading this?
You'd rather watch Kindergarten Cop.
Rather watch Kindergarten.
It's
Cop.
not a
got-
Thuma.
It's not.
But anyway, moving on. So we talked about
Okay.
like our least favorite gags, and I think we I think we talked about our favorite gags. Yeah, like Mike was saying his favorite was the questions. Cole, real quick, what was your favorite gag?
I guess my favorite gag in hindsight would probably be knowing that this person that she's going to assassinate is going to talk their way out of remaining alive, and seeing how, like, what unhinged thing they're going to say. Because, like, what they're saying isn't necessarily unhinged, but it is, you know? It's one of those things where if you see somebody do that, it's like,
What?
"Ugh, that's weird.
Yeah.
It's an ick. It's an
Yeah.
ick. And
Yeah.
this person responds to icks by killing them.
Yeah.
I guess.
I will say that like that gag, I feel like illustrates. I feel like this manga to me feels like the person who wrote this loves observing other people, and like because it feels like they just sort of like notice all these little details and things, and like kind of brought them into their story. Same with like all the different genres it kind of blends into it. It's like they're just a fan of the medium, and they just sort of like are mixing it all together in this little melting pot that is Kindergarten Wars.
Yeah.
Jay, what's your favorite gag?
My favorite gag, I love how like later on in the manga, Rita starts like in that moment just being like, okay, like I'm not gonna kill them, I'm not gonna like attack them. They can like whatever they want. We don't need to go out if we disagree. That doesn't necessarily mean I need to. And every time she still kills them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they say something ridiculous.
Yeah.
Not worthy of dying, let me say.
But like it's like the way she does it, like and says to herself, like it seems involuntary. Like she just does it as a guttural reaction.
Her face every time is pretty funny too.
Yeah.
She's like got this pained look on her face, like another one I must.
Another one bites the dust. Yeah,
Another one bites the dust.
When like it's very clear that like there is a clear romantic coupling that's gonna happen later on.
Of course. Yeah.
Oh,
they're setting up the triangle kind of, which is an interesting triangle. We're getting into like the romance aspect of the manga. I guess
that's kind of what I was trying to transition into.
Yeah. The triangle is funny because like, you know, it's not two people liking the same person. It's not it's not like a circle. It's one person likes this person but they don't realize that they like them. And then this other person likes this other person, but that person that he likes just likes everybody who is attractive.
Like she even
so
thinks Doug is attractive, but she doesn't like him because he's a swindler.
Yeah.
So did we think that just to like dive into the romance part of it, do we think that the romance aspect was necessary to this, in terms of like the wearing a bunch of hats, or like would we have done better without?
Who do you want to
Mike
speak first? Okay. Honestly, I don't think this one did it need it? No, I would say would be my gut instant response. Like I don't think it really added that much to the story, but I feel like it was so surface level that like I almost don't like. I'm not invested in the romance in this. I wouldn't say, because it's so basic and surface level that it's almost the romance itself is really more of a gag that it kind of. It was inoffensive, is what I would say. But Cole, I'm curious where you were going to go with this one, because you started speaking.
No, I was just going to basically kind of say the exact same thing. I don't think that it's necessary, but like I don't feel like it is, like I don't feel like it takes me out of it either, you know?
Yeah. Like I wouldn't recommend this. Like if I was like recommending a manga to Jay, and I know Jay really likes romance manga, this would not be the one I would choose for the romance. If someone was like, recommend me a good romance manga, this would not be anywhere in the list of manga I'd recommend somebody, unless it changes things in the later chapters. But
So, we read chapters 1 to 21 to be clear, of this. So later on in those chapters, there was this little thing with one of the other assassins where like, she like was saying like, oh, I'm looking for a new toy to play with, and she found Rita, that like wouldn't break. And it kind of throughout the story a little bit evolved into this thing about loneliness and finding companionship. So when I first started reading, I kind of agreed with you guys where I was like, this is so inconsequential. But when I got to that part, I kind of understood why Rita was so like easy falling in love with other people, and it was like it seemed like that the idea was like her trying to find some kind of connection because of that loneliness being the witch. And it doesn't super delve into that as of yet, but if that's where it goes, with this idea of loneliness and finding others and that kind of thing, and running with that theme, I think that would be really cool to make the romance more relevant.
And that does feel like the primary theme of this manga, I would say, is that like basically like everyone's kind of just looking for a little loving, basically.
Like she's not necessarily even looking for like love per se. She just thinks that she is. She's just looking for like companionship.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
That would be pretty deep. That would be cool if it did it. Do I think it will? I hope so.
It would be
like
it would be
that's
cool
far
if
down
it
the road.
did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But like I said, like this does a lot of things well, but it's not really exceeding my expectations in any way, and I feel like that would be like an exceeding. Yeah.
Well,
you know what I mean?
like you're right. At the same time, though, and the manga kind of alludes to this. The first little bit, like the first 20 chapters, were like a part of a short series of Kindergarten Wars, and then like after that, it was kind of picked up as a longer series.
Yeah, I think literally chapter 21 there was like a full page. It started with like a full page thing saying like, congratulations, this is now a returning series or a continuing series or something like that. So I think like we basically technically read like the intro basically.
Yeah.
Did you guys read the Luke 6 stuff, by the way, the like Luke side arc stuff?
Huh?
No. Okay, never mind.
Who's Luke?
I did. He comes up later.
Yeah,
he's the older he's the senpai.
He's the cop guy.
Oh, the cop.
The cop. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's like a whole side manga that like is in. I think they added like a couple. Anyway.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was actually probably one of my favorite stories they told in this.
Yeah.
And I guess it was like a bonus content.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like what I'm trying to get at is I think like once it got out of that, it's probably gonna focus a bit more on the characters and maybe try and tell some kind of story about them now that the author knows like, hey, I can do more of this.
That's what I would hope it does. Yeah.
Yeah. I would agree.
The gags will run. The good times of the gags run out eventually, and you gotta get some. You gotta have some more meat on the bone than just a couple of gags. Gags are like sweets. You know, you need something else to fill you out.
Yeah.
But speaking of like the characters and how they were developing and stuff like that, what did we think of the characters? Like, and who do we want to see more of? Cole, I'll throw it to you.
I like Rita. She's cool. But honestly, like we're really only like we only know Rita, Doug, and Hannah.
And Luke, if you've read them.
And I mean, like Luke is introduced.
Yeah.
I guess I'm interested in like that the one girl who they're like is like the main target of their protection. I'm interested in like who she is and what she is.
President? What do they call her?
No. The kid.
Oh, okay.
The kid who's got the whistle.
Yes. Yeah, that's right.
I'm also interested in like the principals, like what's going on with them, because they kind of allude to like there being like more to those more people as well.
Yeah.
Um, but it's really not character. Like, this whole thing is very situation based. Like, it's a gag manga, I would say, more than anything. Rita's cool, Rita's cute, but that's like the gist of what I can say about it. So like, I'm no standout character for me, I would say, other than the main character. But she's the main character.
I don't feel like there's anyone who you're gonna like get a body pillow of or something, or like a figure of in this. Like, there's nobody that stands out that much.
I think it depends, because like kind of what I was alluding to in the last point. I feel like they were setting up a lot of stuff for other characters, and for what they were doing with Rita and the other obsessed assassin girl, if they give more love to the other characters and start to flesh them out a bit more, that's kind of what I'm interested in, is if that does happen, or if they just like go back to status quo and it becomes like a monster of the week thing.
Yeah. I would have liked more of what was her name? Natasha?
Yeah, Natasha.
She seemed cool, but well, we probably won't be seeing any more of her.
Yeah. I do like how all the characters' names are like English names, like Luke, Doug.
Doug's a funny
Rita.
one. I find Doug funny every time I read it. I'm reading a manga. There shouldn't be a Doug in here.
Doug is a strange name.
The guy at the infirmary, his name's Richard.
Richard's funny too. Yeah,
something like that. Like,
it's Gordon.
Gordon, that's it. Yeah,
Gordon. Yeah, who is like the stereotypical big guy who's actually a big softie. Yeah. When I saw that character, I kind of rolled my eyes, because that is like the most cliche character.
Yeah.
Or the character in the teddy bear costume who like won't let them see who's inside. There's kind of like a side manga about them, whose name is Mac Freeman. Great name. He has a full name. Meanwhile, like, the main characters do not. Rita and Doug.
Some of them do, though. Some of them do. Like, I'm looking on AniList here, and Hannah is Hannah Bradley.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's like, mostly because there's like a whole story tied to her family, so like they had to kind of give the family a name to expand upon that.
Yep. Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah. But yeah, overall, I'd say like the characters interesting, but not super fleshed out in these first 3 volumes.
Yeah, I'm interested though, because you mentioning that like now, and I even got a sense of that towards the end of what we were reading. Like it felt like it was going to start expanding more into these characters, where the pilot aspect of it was just kind of a fun time. Yeah, I'm interested in this. Yeah, I'm interested to see what happens.
Yeah. So going into more of like the writing and the concept on the writing side, the job of protecting the school was kind of described as dangerous. It was a dangerous thing, and as it being something where they have to protect the kids to be able to get out, it seemed like there had to be some kind of like struggle to be able to achieve that. So like, did the manga do a good job of like showing the aspect of it being dangerous, or like did it just kind of seem whatever to you guys? I guess I'll start with this one. This did not do a good job of showing that off, in my opinion. Just because like they like say like, oh, it's a dangerous thing, but like every time they protect the school and like nobody gets like really terribly hurt. Like there's one chapter where they have to go to the infirmary, but like nobody's like on the brink of death or like in the hospital, and they're like, oh god, they're like in trouble or something. Like no, they've or like they go on that away mission, they're all able to like make it back without.
I just kind of chalk that up to like basically gag manga rules, where it's like everything will be fine at the end of the day, and like a good episode of Seinfeld, that nothing mattered at the end of the episode and it's all back to square one. That's sort of just like the mindset I came into this with. I'm like, oh, they're not getting terribly hurt because they're really, really good at being assassins. It's sort of like how I looked at it. Whereas like if I was doing this job, I'd be dead on the first day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That was the
just,
sense
like,
I got.
It just like didn't really feel like when they said like, oh, this is such a dangerous thing, like it didn't feel like there was any real
Yeah, they do
danger
they
to
do a
it.
lot of showing and not telling, or telling and not
telling and
showing,
not
I
showing.
should say.
Or
Yeah.
and the other thing that like I was like very very confused about is like this is a school where like all these like high level tycoons are sending their children for kindergarten, and their teachers are convicted criminals. One
That's kind of a good point.
Mhm.
how like if they don't know, how have none of the criminals gone after any of the kids?
Yeah, they got to vet them pretty
Two,
good.
if they do know, why did they sign up for this or sign their kid up for this?
I didn't even think about that.
I think I have the answer because I've kind of like looked up while we were recording a little bit. So the Japanese title for this is Youchien WARS, right? Which actually, like, I just looked up what Youchien actually means, and it's actually like it's from ages 3 to 5, so it's really closer to like daycare or like preschool. Whereas like here, kindergarten's 1 year, basically. It's like a right before you go into grade 1, right? So
Okay,
like,
so take
3 to
everything
5
Jay
is-
just said, but change out kindergarten for preschool. It
Kind
still
of,
doesn't
but-
answer the question, like
Yeah.
why do people send them to this one?
Yeah.
Well, you're not really.
Or
I
like,
feel like you're not
why-
going to teach that much to a 3-year-old.
Yeah, but it's not the teaching
It's
part
mostly
that
just
matters.
playing.
It's more why would any of these kids be sent there? Or like why would or even why would like any of the people who signed up to be the teachers or like the daycare attendants, whatever, not just like break the rules and kill someone?
Yeah.
Well, I mean that can be justified just with vetting, right? Like
Yeah.
these people. Well, I mean,
Well, I don't know.
our
'cause,
main
like, Rita,
character
like,
is an
why is she there?
assassin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Literally
but,
known as the witch.
Okay, let's set that one aside. The ultimate question is, why do these ultra rich people choose to send their children
Here.
to someplace that is being protected
Yeah.
by notorious former killers and convicts and stuff?
I guess if you think
Well, the
about
answer-
it, like I bet you most bodyguards and stuff like that are probably have like a shady history that they got out of, you know, like I'd imagine that's probably a pretty common trope in like,
Or the
Maybe
alternative answer
protection
is they
industry.
don't know who these people are.
or that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or don't think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the real answer is probably they didn't. It's a gag manga. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's all
Well-
exists for the gag.
They may have an explanation later on,
Yeah.
where it's kind of a secret thing.
It is a secret thing because they like make a point about not letting the kids see any of the stuff happening, which is like the playground is demolished. What do you mean the kids didn't notice?
There were kids there watching the fights, and when I
Yeah.
saw that, I was like, how have none of these kids like gone to their parents and said like, hey, we were like evacuated earlier or
There's
like
a
not
lady throwing
using the word
grenades?
evacuated, but like we were like
We were all whisked into these secret tunnels underneath the school.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is like some QAnon.
Again, gag manga. Like they don't expect you to think that deeply about it. It doesn't. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
what I would
but
say
when
is
you
the
do.
real.
but when you do
When
like
you do, it gets kind of funny.
what I'm trying to say is like the concept is cool until you think about it for a couple of minutes and realize like this doesn't really make that much sense.
Yeah. So don't think about it.
Yeah.
That's
but like
the moral
yeah,
of it.
most manga are like that though, and most like kind of silly shonen stories are like that, where it's like, really, does this really make sense? Probably not.
No. No, it doesn't. Yeah, I think that's it's just one of those things where this is just the premise.
Yeah.
And
Suspension
it
of
just is.
disbelief, isn't
Yeah,
It just
no,
is what it is. Yeah.
It absolutely is. It's just once you see it, you can't not see it.
Going
it's a
back to
funny
the
additional thing. Yeah.
Going back to the initial question though, does the school do a good job, or does the manga do a good job of portraying this job as dangerous? Going off of what Mike said, I would say yes, it does a good job of making it seem dangerous. The problem is that the characters that we're following are all superhuman.
Yeah.
They're all basically superheroes. And when I said they do a lot more of telling rather than showing, like they talk about how like, oh, we go through so much staff here because like people die and stuff like that. I guess people did up until the point we started reading, because now they don't.
That was kind of the point I was getting to, like, or what I was kind of trying to say is, like, they say, like, oh yeah, we've been replacing a lot of people, but like none of the teachers that we followed got replaced. So like,
Doug's like a hardened veteran, and he's been there for a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like that would tell me that like, oh, they go through a lot of people here, but like nobody here seemed to be in any like real danger.
Kind of the implication is that like Rita is just that strong, you know? Like
yeah, but like some of the other side characters should still be dropping off, which maybe they do.
Yeah.
Maybe they do. Maybe it's just the part that we read, and also like
Doug almost got, I would say.
Yeah, and that's not really the manga that we're reading, right? Like it's a comedic manga, so
it still does get serious and have serious moments in it. So like, I don't know if giving it the pass of like, oh well, it's just it's a comedy manga, so like you can't, right? Like, yeah, you can also say like, oh, it's a shonen manga, who cares?
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. I'm just trying to give it a little bit of the benefit of the doubt, I guess.
Yeah, I don't want to like say that's what I kind of don't want to say it like that, but I'm kind of saying like, I don't think that's the point of this one. I think you read this one for the kind of silly gags is really what you're kind of looking at this for. And I just don't think that, I don't know if this one power scaling and like deep dive analyzing the world building of it is really the point. You know, I think this one you're supposed to just have like a silly little time with.
Yeah. I don't know. Cause like on the one hand, I get that. Like it's not really doing a good job of showing its danger. And there is a way to show that if you start, letting people
killing off
die off.
Yeah.
But I also don't really want to be reading a manga where I'm like reminiscing about fallen comrades.
Right. That makes sense.
Like, I mean, I don't think like every character in the entire series needs to die, but like if a character like was like critically injured or something,
it would make sense for them to have like a new colleague come in a chapter, and I'm sure this happens by the end of it, because I think there's like 100 something chapters of this. I'm sure it would, like, if another teacher came in and was introduced and like was killed off pretty, like basically their whole point was to show that like, oh yeah, people could die in this. Like I think that would be worthwhile.
That'd be one way to do
sense.
it. Yeah. That'd be a way to do it. Yeah. Before you get like attached to them.
Basically.
Just kind of make them like a real.
You can't kill off any of the main three. Yeah.
Make them an asshole or something like that, and then they just die. Because then it's, I don't know, it's kind of funny then, I guess.
Maybe.
You got to make it funny. You got to somehow come up with a way to make it funny.
Yeah.
Or show them like trying to escape, and like, because that's the other thing is like, Rita is so strong.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how much stronger is the principal that she even follows?
That was the other thing I was thinking. Like, they were like, oh well, if we don't do what we're told to do, we'll get killed. Well, Rita's told to be like one of the strongest assassins out there. Like how? Yeah,
like how strong is the principal where she can like realistically threaten Rita?
Strong.
Apparently, she's got to be.
And I mean, to be fair, like there is a lot of mysterious intrigue to the principal where like maybe she is really strong.
They sort of kind of allude to it. I think it might be like so like there's a point in the manga where Rita says like, even I can't defend from this while carrying kids on my back or something like that. I suspect it'd be a situation where like they just sort of overwhelm Rita.
Yeah.
Which I mean, technically they also tried to like the people attacking the school also like invaded with like, there's one point where there was like a ninja squad of like 12 people and they couldn't do it either.
But like she thought they were all
12 hot guys.
So, like,
yeah.
The 12 hot ninjas.
Again, whatever. It's funny. It's
it's funny. Yeah.
It's funny. Get it? It's like a big hat.
Again, like I just gotta not think about it, I guess.
Don't think about the pink elephant.
Yeah, I think that's really, I think that's just, if you can analyze it, but I think you'll go crazy analyzing it. Because I don't think they cared about it when they were writing it.
Mm-hmm. But just for our last question, and I think this is kind of a bit of a quintessential one when we do manga. Do we think that this will get an anime adaptation? And how would you envision this going down if it did get one? I am going to start with Cole here.
Thank you. Do I think this will? Yes. I think this will, and I think it's set up well to get one. If something like Sakamoto Days got an anime adaptation, I certainly think that this should also get one. I'm thinking in a dream world, maybe like Bones or something doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, what do I envision from its adaptation? Cool action, bright colors, a lot of fun. I think it's got to be animated well, because I don't want another one of these where it comes out and it's just JPEGs.
I think this feels like,
screen.
honestly, like we made a comparison to Sakamoto Days, and that just feels like you just give it basically the same team that worked on Sakamoto Days, but I feel like we need a bit of a break from Sakamoto Days before the anime for this comes out, because otherwise people just say, oh, it's just a rip off of Sakamoto Days. That's kind of the vibe I get. I don't remember which studio worked on Sakamoto Days off the top of my head, but they did a good job.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know either, but I think of like Way of the House Husband or something like that, where it's basically just still images on screen that barely move. And I don't think it would need that. That's kind of why I think like Bones. I don't know. This just feels like it'd be a good Bones anime.
Were you thinking like something along the lines of like Mob Psycho looking?
Well, just in the sense that that's like how it moves. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Or My Hero Academia, something like that. Because they do a good job of like taking what the manga looks like. For example, something like Mob, where they do the art pretty faithfully, but they do a good job of animating that art as well. And I feel like they do action well, and it would work well here. Yeah. What about you guys?
I think it's very clear that this will get an anime. I think an anime already got leaked even. But honestly, as long as we get pew pew pew, and then also doki doki. I was actually hired for the sound effects on the anime.
I hope so. Those were really good.
Yeah. He's doing the Foley. Yeah. With his mouth.
Yeah. But yeah, no, like I think Bones would probably be a good pick, or like I'd probably say Bones, or like Cloverworks even would probably be pretty good. But yeah,
Cloverworks. We give Cloverworks a lot of work here on this podcast.
Sure do. Yeah, more than they want to take on, that's for sure.
I mean, that's just them in a nutshell already. So
yeah.
I sort of said mine off the top there. TMS Entertainment. I had the time to look up what studio actually does Sakamoto Days. They do a good job with it. It's not the most amazing looking thing, but honestly, this just needs the action to look good. The rest of it, as long as they do the gags and stuff good. I could see A1 too, just because I kept thinking a little bit. Another comparison we didn't get the chance to actually bring up was I think Kaguya-sama actually has a similar. There's enough threads linking the two, I would say. It's not a similar story by any means, but I think I could see like that style of like the comedy kind of has a similar style, so I could see that working.
Yeah. That's a pretty fair comparison too. Not in the sense of like its plot or anything, but like similar senses of humor, I would say.
There's vibes that match up.
Yeah. So with that out of the way, let's say we wrap this puppy up, give our final thoughts and rating, and say that was a great review, boys.
That was a great review. I give this review,
boys,
11 out of 10.
Wonderful. Well, why don't you also give this manga your rating and final thoughts? Because I suggested this. I get to go last.
Of course, yes. Well, as is tradition, I will say right off the top, I would give this a considerate, leaning towards, shoot, what are our scores again? No.
So if
Tickles, it borders Tickles my jimmies. Yeah. No, I feel stronger about it than
for that, people wondering. The Summit is AniPro certified, and then it goes Tickle the Jimmies, and then consider it, would have dropped it, or why did you make us review this? Is the scale.
I would say it's somewhere between tickles my jimmies and considerate. Like it's very inoffensive. I had a good time reading it. I actually got to chapter 23 and then had to like, how much were we supposed to read? Oh, just 21. So I ended up reading 2 extra chapters just.
Oh, so you complaining was like just
Yeah, I mean, I do that.
Happens every time.
I do that. That I've been known to do that. And I've been known to enjoy a manga from time to time. And this is one that I had a good time with. I'm actually probably going, like, I'll probably continue reading this. Like that's not me just saying that. Like it's fun to read. I like the action. I enjoy some of the comedy. It's cute. It's bubbly. It's fun. Don't think about it too much.
Don't think about
I would say
the pink elephant.
Don't think about the pink elephant or the purple rhinoceros. Yeah, I'll give it a strong considerate. I'll come down on that. Yeah. Mike?
Yes, me. It's an interesting manga. I think that it does enough that like the average person is going to at least find something to like about this. I do think this one kind of requires a bit of what's the word for it? Like pre-knowledge of like manga and anime tropes a little bit, because there's a lot of like this is not. I think if you read this as your first manga, you'd be a little lost and confused by it a little bit. It is a shonen manga, so it is pretty simple to understand, and like we kind of said, you just kind of read it and just not think about it too much. I think you're gonna have a good time. Personally, though, if I had to assign it like my personal recommendation of my seal here, I'd probably like I'm somewhere between considerate and would have dropped, because honestly, like I found it started super slowly for me, and I had a really hard time getting into it. By the 21st chapter, I did find I was rolling through them pretty well, especially because it ended on a pretty strong note. Mm-hmm. So, but I think I'm going to be more negative on it. I think I'm going to say this one in particular, I would have dropped it if it weren't for the review.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jalen?
So that just leaves me and what I think of this manga. I think that this manga has a lot of things that it does that could draw someone in, whether it be action, romance, or comedy. The art has both a cutesy and hard or rough vibe to it when it gets into like the action. And I think that it is a unique style and a premise that, yeah, don't think about it too much. If you like things like Sakamoto Days or Spy Family and want something else, I think that this would be a fun alternative. Especially because it is another Shonen Jump property, so like or Shonen Jump Plus property, so you can read it on Manga Plus very easily and just binge through it. The characters are interesting, and I think I think that there is going to I want to see more of these characters. It is a little bit of a shame that they didn't really get that much development in these first 21 chapters, but I do look forward to seeing more of what they have to offer. If they do say anything about them. All that being said, I think it was a fine manga. I don't know if it was as good as a lot of people online I've seen say, but it's not terrible either. It's somewhere in the middle.
Yep.
So, while your enjoyment may vary, I'd say consider it.
Yeah. I feel like that's appropriate. It's pretty inoffensive. Somewhere in the, I think we all kind of come down on the same plane of existence.
Yeah, I think its net rating is probably the true rating here, where it's like, for if you're the average person, I think you consider this one.
Yeah. Hey, if you like that review, well, let me tell you, we got more reviews coming up. Our next review is going to be an anime review. That's Buddy Daddies, which is the winner of our Listener's Choice tournament that we had on Discord. Come over to our Discord, by the way. And then we've got manga reviews after that. Our next manga review will be the hit comic book from Japan, Journey Home After School, followed by the hit comic book from Japan, Ichi the Witch, followed by the canceled comic book from Japan, Black Torch. So look forward to those. Yeah, look forward to those as well. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of AniPro. If you liked it, please leave a like, subscribe, leave a review, tell a friend about us. If you really like us, why don't you consider supporting us on Patreon like these lovely people, Mr. Family Guy 36, Elijah Wood, Braindead B-Dog, Peach, Frama, Kratos, Just Juz, Mogmog, Uncle of Light, Zaffron, Mexi, and Genus, right, Jay? Genus. Jeez. I'm gifted in other ways. By supporting us on Patreon, you get access to all sorts of perks, and it really helps out the show. We're also on social media at AniProPod, and please join our Discord community to keep up with us and other listeners. Links to everything is in the description or at our website, AniProPod.com. You know what, guys? It's been a while since I've done this. I'm going to lead us in a round of bye-byes.
He doesn't want to throw it to us because he's mad.
He's mad.
I'm not mad.
First half.
I'm not mad. I'm just very disappointed. I thought I was expecting you guys to really, really let me have it, but you didn't, and that's frankly a little disappointing.
Well, we can fix that in the bonus.
No.
By the way, if you want to become a patron, we have a bonus episode coming out this month. That'll be a review of Prince of Egypt. So if you want to check that out,
every month,
yeah.
Every month. We're not reviewing Prince of Egypt every month.
No.
That'd be a weird structure
Just to be clear.
for a bonus episode.
Yeah.
You also get bonus episodes like our drafts and other things like that.
Drafts soon too.
Yeah. We talked about doing
Yeah,
we talked about doing some more Western stuff. So I thought it'd be interesting to do a critically acclaimed animated movie from the West. Film, we call it in the biz. I'm leading us in a round of bye-byes. Everybody, please lower your heads and say bye-bye.
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 Bye-bye.